Derby. West Coast Bombers here in Wanganui, New Zealand, Aotearoa. This is the third game of our all-day derby event. And we are about to hit off with a male skaters and their friends head out. This is No City Skaters who will be wearing black and Northern Gentlemen in the white. A lot of these players do play for New Zealand in the men's roller derby team, the Wheel Blacks. Kiwi Toa, Kiwi Strong, the New Zealand derby team, male derby team. All right, so the roller derby team, this is the men, and again, just running a little bit behind schedule. Apologies. Because we're a little liaised here. As once again, as was the case, as the teams just make sure they have enough in the right shirts. I swear, working. It's tricky. As the teams are just making sure they've got even numbers, you know, just in case. How many on each team? And this is why we do not have rollouts for these games. My name is Adrenaline Rush. I am with you here today for All Day Derby, despite my croaky throat. And I get this job not on my merit by any stretch of the imagination. I purely and only and simply get this job because no one else wants to do this. But, you know, some people are weird and I count myself amongst them. So I really love doing this. I really love derby. I really love being able to hit my friends. And this is a joy and a pleasure to be able to bring roller derby to you back, full contact, be able to hug and hit and join in with all our friends in this fantastic derby community we call the West Coast Bombers and New Zealand Roller Derby. Shout out to those of you who are overseas watching this live stream. Thank you very much to Roller Derby Streaming NZ who are streaming. Thank you also to Aotearoa who are selling beautiful skate stuff. All these nice, beautiful things we can spend our money on as we wait for the teams to get themselves sorted. This may be a very close game also. And the men's teams do hit hard. These are big hitters. These are These guys, many of them are in Kiwi Toa, the New Zealand male roller derby team, who have represented us overseas, taking the haka. So these guys know each other, which means that they actually hit harder.
You're welcome.
Okay, it looks like we're almost worked out who's in which team. I think, yeah, head ref has called it. Ready to go, let's get some derby on. My name is Adrenaline Rush, welcome to the West Coast Bombers all-day derby. This is the Northern Gentlemen in white versus No City Skaters in black. We have a lot of very experienced, very familiar players here. And we're underway. Filthy Waka ends up on his back. Hamster takes the lead jammer for black. That's the No City Skaters. They're taking the home team advantage in this game, as Simba Rogers in white comes into the back of the pack, but Hamster calls the jam. 3 points to the No City Skaters. You'll notice instead of stars on their helmets that the Kiwi Toa team, the jammers, have New Zealand silver ferns on their little panty covers in lieu of stars. That's because these guys represent New Zealand. Many of these guys represent New Zealand, so we've got the New Zealand silver fern as our star. That is the symbol of New Zealand. And Nerdy gets out for Northern Gentlemen in the white, with the fern, the silver fern on her forehead, as Missy Tito gets out for No City Skaters. And it is called by the Northern Gentlemen. Another nice and close one, hopefully. Jam 2, 4 points to 3. Hopefully this will be another. Home team have won so far the first 2 of these 3 games. Hopefully this is another one matching 60 minutes of derby energy. As Citra Arstown tries to push through for Northern Gentlemen. There's a cut call on Kamikaze. Comes in hot, but is able to catch it before she pushes any of our NSOs, our non-skating officials, out of the way. So that is a bigger no-no. We do love our non-skating officials and our skating officials, our referees and our zebras. As Citra Arstown gets the power jam and tries to make the most of the power jam. Filthy Hocko ends up on his back. And Citra Arstown just tries to stay on track. Is able to stay on track as Kamikaze comes through. She is not lead jammer, but Citra Arstow has managed to get out of the pack. Checks his bench. As nobody pushes people out. Citra Arstow a very, very nasty fall. Called it from the bench. Is able to get up and skate away, although it was a very hard hit. He was able to call it from the floor. Diamond telling people what to do on her team. So I believe the officials are just having a official time, just to check. And back on, Vengeful for Northern Gentlemen and No City Skaters. And Vengeful has got out, found a gap on the inside. It's Hamster. Also finds a gap on the inside, but Vengeful for the Northern Gentlemen. As the lead jammer. 4 points added on to Northern Gents. They have extended their lead 18 points to 7 over No City Skaters. Northern Gentlemen in white, No City Skaters in black. And the jammers with the silver ferns on their helmets. Hit the pack hard. Both are recycled back. A long way back. As Missy Cheto gets lead jammer for the No City Skaters. 2 in the bin for Northern Gentlemen. Nerdy and Simba Rogers return to the track. As the jam is called. Good jam for No City Skaters. 3 points to 4. 21 points Northern Gentlemen to 11 for the No City Skaters. And we're underway again with Vengeful for the Northern Gentlemen, and Kamikaze on the inside slips through for the No City Skaters, is given the lead jammer. As Vengeful does get out also and chases it down, hitting the back of the pack. With the Ventureman hit and quit. Nice move, hit and quit. Holds the Vengeful free with 2 points through. Both players hammy for No City Skaters. Up against a pack of blockers. A whole pack of blockers. Simba Rogers gets recycled back. Yes, lots happening, but not a lot of forward progress being made. As nobody comes back for a 30-second penalty. Hamster is lead jammer, even though Simba Rogers is leading. There's a cut called. As we do have a player down, we will call that jammer. Take a seat, everybody. As we all just return to our benches whilst we wait and make sure that Filthy Hopper is okay. Need to reach there for our officials just shielding him. As we make sure that Filthy is okay. He'll be tended to by our fantastic medical staff. We are so grateful to have them here. And Filthy will sit out as he take a seat. He will sit out the next couple of jams just to make sure that he is okay. As we return to roller derby, No City Skaters versus Northern Gentlemen. No City Skaters have 3 in the bin at the moment. The bin is full. Razzmatazz for Northern Gents gets out with the lead jammer. It's the first time she's been jamming, so she will done very nicely, taking the lead jammer, but it is a power jam still to the Northern Gentlemen as Hamster is in the bin. And Crazy Crab brings Razzmatazz back to recycle behind her. All right, Razzmatazz still gets the extra points. Hamster is back on the track. And Vengeful comes to take a seat in the mix. So the Northern Gentlemen will start with 3. Three blockers. Oh, Missy Tito hits the walls hard. And Nerdy. For the, and the Northern Gentlemen get this one. As the jam is called, no points added to the scoreboard. 35 points to the Northern Gentlemen. No City Skaters have 13. Simba Rogers, who's been very good in all 3 games of today, gets out again and lead jammer for the Northern Gentlemen. Kamikaze in the back. Just 3 Reebok as the Silver Rogers gets through. As Kamikaze tries to find a gap, and she does. Kamikaze goes out as Diamond goes back to the bin. Swaps with Razzmatazz. Razzmatazz goes on, Diamond goes to the bin. Northern gentlemen just starting to eke away here, just bits and fours and eights. Another lower scoring game, not like the first game that we had today, an all-day derby. And we're underway again, hamster for the No City Skaters, but inside Nerdy gets it out. Away she goes. And hamster pushes out, sits her ass down. But Nerdy comes through real quick on the inside. Is hit out by fast jam. Played a frenetic case, these guys. Razzmatazz on the line for Northern gentlemen. No City Skaters have nobody. And Razzmatazz finds a gap on the outside. Bullets trying to get him out, but not quite quick enough for Razzmatazz. Just scoots through, nobody gets out of the pack. Razzmatazz comes in, gets a beautiful whip. And only Crazy Crab to go. Calls the jam. Nice gameplay for the Northern gents. Just starting to take command a little bit. Okay, Black has called an official review. Let's take time. Each team has one official review per half. And if they do not use their official review, they can use it for a team timeout. So what will happen is the captains will meet. They will state their case. And then the officials will confirm or decline their official review. If you win your official review, you get to keep it. But if your official review is declined, that is your official review gone. You've lost your review. You cannot make another one during the half. Any team can call an official review for any play that they see that they would like looked at. So the officials can have a look at it, replay it. Unfortunately, we don't have off-field, what are they called? Your referees, your third umpire. There's none of that in roller derby. But the officials do have to scan back in their memories and try and remember what happened. And discuss what happened. And to see if that is actually a decision that gets overturned. Just a reminder, you're watching the West Coast Bombers from Wanganui, New Zealand, Aotearoa. And this is all-day derby. We have this event once a year. We love this event because it's all-day derby. We only have to set up the track once. We have 3 games. We get to hit each other and enjoy the fun that is derby and the even more fun that is the after party. And if you don't win the game, at least you can win the after party. It's all in the plan. My name is Adrenaline Rush. I'm here from the West Coast Bombers. I do this for the joy of Derby. My Derby on-track career is the same number of minutes as my number 24. I have 24 minutes of game time to my career, if you call it that. And so now I come down and join the team and commentate, basically because no one else wants to do it. So that's me. I love being here, I love Derby, and being able to be here hitting my friends and chatting with you all gives me so much joy. And I am so grateful. As we're getting back underway, Missy Tero with Sit Your Ass Down for the Northern Gentlemen. Missy Tero for No City Skaters. Sit Your Ass Down finds a way through, but is held back by Prince Harming. Lead jammer goes to Sit Your Ass Down. Missy Tito is out also as Sit Your Ass Down works his way through the pack. Just ship stirrer to go. And does get through for his 4. And it becomes a power jam for the Northern Gentlemen as Missy Tito takes a seat in the penalty box. And so Sit Your Ass Down just wants to wind through and get some more points. Comes up against bullets, but does get through. As Missy Tito returns to the pack. Frenetic pace getting through. Is hit out by Nerdy. But Nerdy gets a clockwise block. You're watching the West Coast Bombers, Wanganui, New Zealand, live stream derby by streamed live by Roller Derby Streaming NZ. We have got a Northern Gentlemen versus No City Skaters. Kamikaze stuck in the back for the No City Skaters, but Vengeful gets out for the Northern Gentlemen in white. And is hit off the track. He will need to recycle back, but he calls it. The Northern Gentlemen have one pivot in the bin. And we're underway with Simba Rogers and Atomic Hamster. Yeah, Hammy gets out for No City Skaters. As Simba up against nobody. And Shipstirrer. Big tussle with Shipstirrer as Hammy comes into the back of the wall for the Northern Gentlemen. Oh, tag team by Diamond and Filthy Whaka. Simba and Hammy in the same sort of block, but away he comes. Simba gets out. Hamster is recycled back, but calls it. Razzmatazz, Northern Gentleman up against Kamikaze. Razzmatazz pushes in between, she's into a sandwich, a No City Skaters sandwich. Gets around the outside for the lead jammer. It's Kamikaze just in against the wall. There's some nice offense come through. That Citra ass down just holds her back. As cool bodies on the floor. Hey, pushed out. X-ray, push back. Nice move by Razzmatazz there. Pushing out Kamikaze. Getting her back into the back of the wall. The Northern Gentleman just holding this advantage, making the most of it. It's Razzmatazz going through again and again. 12 points in it so far. As Kamikaze recycles, Crazy Crab takes a seat. So No City Skaters have one in the bin as Missy Tito, beautiful turning as there is a panty pass and Missy Tito becomes the jammer. But Razzmatazz calls it. That's enough. 20 points for me. That's more than enough for me for that one. 84 points to the Northern Gentlemen through to 20 points to No City Skaters. 20 points to 0 that jam. A very nice jam from Razzmatazz, who is a fresh skater, having not participated in the 2 previous games, like a lot of these players have. And Nerdy gets out nice and quick on the inside. For lead jammer for the Northern Gents. Comes up against a nice wall, but just able to bounce off and continue on her way. As Filthy Hocker recycles back. Nobody takes the panty off. Doesn't need the panty pass, so he'll put it back on his head. And the jam is called. 10 minutes to go. This is the first half of Northern Gentlemen versus No City Skaters, brought to you by the West Coast Bombers. A lot of these guys are in our Kiwi Tour National Men's Roller Derby team. That's why there's silver ferns on the star panties instead of stars. Silver fern is the national symbol of New Zealand. And Hamster gets out. Yes, he holds it in. And his lead jammer for No City Skaters. Shipster takes a nasty tumble, but she's all right. Simba Rogers, not lead jammer, but pushes through to catch up. The pack moves quickly. Hound takes a seat for Northern Gentlemen. So 30 seconds out for Hound as she sits out a penalty. And number 64, Owl Bear, takes a seat in the penalty box as the jam is called. 5 points to 4 that jam. Or maybe 6 points to 4, I think. 6 points to 4, that's just been corrected. 96 for the Northern Gentlemen to 26 for the No City Skaters. Northern Gentlemen have got a 70, if my maths is good, point lead, but anybody could still win. This is still anybody's game. There's a long way to go. Bench fill heads out and is allocated lead jammer. As Hound returns, so everybody's back on, well, everybody's back on the track except for Albert. And Albert returns. Nobody for No City Skaters. And we've got a new jammer, Ryan, taking the jam line for the Northern Gentlemen as they hit 100 points. Change of plan. Phil Vengeful has been allocated a penalty from the last jam, so he will sit in the bin for a jammer penalty. And it is a power start to No City Skaters. So Kamikaze, held by a very, very strong Northern Gentlemen team, but there is some nice offense. She is able to get out for a lead jammer for the No City Skaters whilst Power Jam, whilst Vengeful sits in the box. And as he returns, Kamikaze just up against a nice two-wall here by the Northern Gentlemen. Calls the jam. 100 points to 33. And we're underway again. Ryan in for the Northern Gentlemen. And Menace for No City Skaters. Menace gets out. Ryan has another crack. And is hit out and recycled by Crazy Crab. He gets a black block. Ryan goes and takes his first seat in the bin. So it is a power jam for Menace and the No City Skaters. And a very Northern Gentlemen are just trying to squeeze Menace out on the outside. Razzmatazz recycles. And Menace again coming up against that same wall. We've got Hound. There is Citra down and Diamond just holding Menace on the inside. She did try for the apex jump, but will need to be recycled as Ryan comes back in on his first pass. And it's Razzmatazz just holding. So Menace does get out, and they're just holding as Citra Arsedown sits down and doing. Menace again uses to the advantage, comes up against Razzmatazz for a nice hard hit. It's a big tussle. As Ryan is just coming up against the same wall. Menace is going to make the most of it. 12 points in it so far. The jam clock wins. 2-minute jam, that one. Mm. 12-point jam for the No City Skaters, 45 to 100 for the Northern Gentlemen. Still 2 in the bin for the Northern Gentlemen. Hound and Citra now are still sitting in the bin. So there's just the 2 black blockers white blockers. As Nerdy gets out for the Northern Gentleman, gets the lead jammer. Followed by Albert. Albert is going for, it's jamming for the No City Skaters. He's done his initial and is getting into the back of the pack. But Nerdy calls it. Simba Rogers out for the Northern Gentleman. Followed closely by Hamster. And the Northern Gentlemen have got Kamikaze Baby goaded in the back, which was a nice move. But the jam was called. 106 to 47. One minute to go in this first half. This is West Coast Bombers All Day Derby. And Northern Gentlemen pushing. We've got Vengeful, Kevin, a cut call. So it will be a power jam, and Menace will, if she gets past Nerdy, and Citra down. Oh, Cuddles. No, Menace does need to come back. She calls it. I don't want to come back. I'm just going to call it. It is a power start for the No City Skaters. Power jam start. As Vengeful is in the win as a jammer, so Hammy is going to do his best to get in, get out, get as many points on the board as possible. Nobody and Roy. Oh, it's a big tussle. Nobody in. It seems, I think it's Razzmatazz. As Hammy does his best to get out. Does need to get recycled back. Vengeful is back on the track. And Hammy does. Lead jammer is assigned to Hammy for the No City Skaters as Vengeful goes back to the bin. So again, another jammer penalty, power jam for No City Skaters. Hammy dances down the inside line. And hits in the... Hits hard. Hammy hits the back of the track hard. Tiptoes out, but is able to hold in. As Vengeful returns. All jammers back on the track. These blockers are just holding hard. That is intermission, everybody. We've got 15 minutes to go and get a pie, get a donut, have a drink, come back, come buy some stuff from Aotearoa, who are here, and we're back. This is the West Coast Bombers All Day Derby. We are 2 games deep, 2.5 games deep. 30 seconds to the return of the final game, the Northern Gentlemen versus No City Skaters. brought to you by West Coast Bombers here in Whanganui, New Zealand. Aotearoa. Roller Derby streaming New Zealand, NZ, is streaming this live. And we're underway at halftime. Northern Gentlemen 106 to No City Skaters 55. These are male derby teams made up from all around the country. A lot of these guys roller skate for Kiwi Toa, the men's roller derby team, the New Zealand men's roller derby team, Kiwi Toa. Simba Rogers with the lead jammer for Northern Gentlemen, sorry. And you'll notice that they do have, instead of stars, they have the New Zealand silver fern on their helmet covers. These are some of the best derby skaters in New Zealand, certainly the best male derby skaters in New Zealand. As Vengeful finds a spot on the inside, he's just so wee. He just finds a spot, gets the Northern Gentleman lead jammer. Big smile on his style, makes a gap, calls it. 4 points to Northern Gents. Nice skills. And under a game again. Hamster in and out for the No City Skaters as Razzmatazz hits the pack. Jeez, it's a fast moving pack. But Shipster and Crazy Crab still to catch. And Razzmatazz gets out as Hamster with the lead jammer. Checks his bench, calls it. Filthy in the bin for the Northern Gents. How low can you go? It's a limbo competition on the line for the jammers. I don't know. Nobody and Nerdy. Nerdy for the Northern Gentlemen, nobody for No City Skaters. No City Skaters, of course, called No City Skaters because they do draw from no particular city. They are a regional male derby team. And Northern Gentlemen from the northern parts of the island. But nobody gets out for the No City Skaters. And his lead jammer, as Nerdy comes out with a smile, she's happy to get out of the pack. Nobody. Oh, it's an apex jump. She will need to go back and recycle. As nobody comes up with Filthy Hocker and Citras down. It's a firm wall that stands. Both of the jammers just held back. As Bullets heads to the bin, sit down for a penalty. Nobody at the back of this pack still trying to get through as Nerdy is still trying to get out. Beautiful displays of blocking. And nobody calls the jam. That's enough. 115 through to 66 for the No City Skaters. No City taking home team in black today, even though they are not from a particular city. And Simba Rogers for the Northern Gentlemen, just missing Tiro to beat, and he does. Bullets is back on as Simba Rogers returns, getting his hips past as many players as he can. Just missing Tiro. She's nice holding him back as long as she can, but he does get out. As Menace returns as the pivot for No City Skaters. We're back with clear bins, so everybody's back on the track. And Crazy Crab just holding Simba Rogers as long as she can. Punch to push it out. Missy Tito. And Kamikaze with the panty on now. Just both players just getting recycled down the back as it just calms down for a moment as people take a breather. I think they'll be grateful for that. Simba again up against Crazy Crab and Bullets, as they do have to let him go. Ryan returns to the pack. The jam counter calls it. The start has one in the bin for No City Skaters. 130 to the Northern Gents. Very good jam, that one. 15 points to 0 for the Northern Gentlemen. And Hamster's just taken a head knock from the looks. He's back online, but he's just going to sit back for a little bit. I think he took a bit of a knock to the head, but he's all right. And gets out his lead jammer, calls it off. Gets out his lead jammer, calls it off. I think he took a bit of a knock to the head there. And nobody lines up against Razmataz. Razmataz finds a gap, but that is held back. And Razmataz gets out lead jammer for the Northern Gents. As nobody follows for the No City Skaters. Razmataz just skips through and calls it. Nice hit and quit. 8 points to 0. The Northern Gents just keeping the grip on this one. 138 to 66 with just a little over 20 minutes to go. There's one each of the blockers in the bin for one of each of the teams. Misitiro returns, so full complement for the No City Skaters as Kamikaze gets out for lead jammer for the No City Skaters. And Simba Rogers is also out, comes from the back of the pack. They have X-Ray held back, so the pack is back. If Kamikaze can push out, and she does get out, but Simba Rogers is also out. Checks the bench. And 3-2 for that one. Just left the call just a scooch too long, but still a very good jam for the Northern gentlemen. 7 points to 6. Menace up on the line for No City, and Vengeful on the inside, just scooches right through. There is a cut call on Vengeful. Oh no, sorry, Menace gets a cut call, so it is a power jam for the Northern gentlemen, and Vengeful will try and make the most of it as he is taken down by Prince Harming. And Vengeful also gets a cut, so both of the jammers are in the bin. In this situation, Menace gets to leave and join back in the track because we've got to have at least one jammer on the track. And Vengeful will only sit for the same amount of time that Menace has sat in the box. So it won't be the full 30 seconds. And Menace is back and out, but no one will be able to call this jam, so it will be a full 2-minute jam. 50 seconds to go. Both the jammers are on, but both trying to just get through and put some points on. No one is able to call it. As Vengeful returns to the bench for another 30 seconds as Menace crawls along the floor. Oh, 2 minutes is a very, very long time at the end of a full day of derby. As everybody's waiting for the jam counter just to wind down. Oi, Menace pushes through. Prince Harming goes to the bin. Shipster goes to the bin. So it will be a power start with 2 blockers only on Northern Gentlemen's side, but it is a power start for No City Skaters. And the refs are there's a pro tip, stay on your skates, not on the ground. I think that one's for Hammy. And we're back up and running. Northern Gentlemen, 149, No City Skaters with the power start with Missy Tito. Vengeful still in the bin. And Missy Tito gets the lead jammer as Vengeful returns to the track. And Prince Harming joins the track as well as Missy Tito calls the jam. 15.5 minutes to go, more or less. And we got Nerdy out for the Northern Gentlemen. X-rays in the bin for Northern Gentlemen, but doesn't seem to matter. Hamster up against Filthy Whaka at the back. Ryan is helping it out just to try and push him out. Filthy Whaka, oh, he chases after him. And the panty is in hand as Hamster gives Phil a bit of a bash just on his way past, and Nerdy calls that jam. Just having it their way at the moment, the Northern Gentlemen. And we're underway again. Kamikaze for No City Skaters. Razzmatazz for the Northern Gentlemen. Razzmatazz gets pushed back by Ship Stirrer. Kamikaze up against a nice 3-wall. It's working very nicely together. And Razzmatazz is out for the Northern Gents. Lead jammer for the Northern Gentlemen. Kamikaze gets out for No City Skaters. And Razzmatazz says that's enough, I'll call that jam. Yep. Some tired bodies out there now. Here's some tired bodies. There's people who have done, we've been only able to start doing some proper training over the last month or so. So there's some people who did not get out on their skates during lockdown. And this will be a bit of a rude awakening tomorrow morning. Some sore bodies in the morning, I would imagine, after some people who've been having 3 days worth of derby. Okay. Nerdy is just pushing in the back. Nobody's heading to the bin. Kamikaze's in the bin. No City Skaters have got 2 in the bin, so it is a power jam, and Nerdy will try and make the most of it as McBain also heads to the bin for No City Skaters. So Kamikaze's back on and trying to get some points onto the board as Nerdy comes around. And Nerdy just flies through the inside. Kamikaze's way is certainly a lot more blocked. There's some offense, nice offense for the No City Skaters to try and get Kamikaze through as Nerdy comes back and is hit out hard by bullets and recycled in behind nobody. Going right back, going right back. And Filthy Whaka takes a seat. Nobody takes a seat. Both the jammers are back up and running. Nerdy gets down but goes back up and she's away. Kamikaze finds the spot on the inside and gets through as well. 10 minutes to go. He's got a... Officials just checking with stuff. And Ryan up for the Northern Gentlemen. Menace for No City Skaters. Both of these are just getting held. And Filthy Whaka brings Menace back. As Ryan nearly gets out for lead jammer, but does need to recycle back. And No City Skaters has removed the panty, but I don't believe anyone has been allocated lead jammer yet. So now the No City Skaters cannot be assigned to lead jammer, as Ryan just has Shipster and Crazy Crab to get past. But it's a very solid wall of two. And Crazy Crab takes him back all the way to the back of the pack. Let's try it again. As Menace just still held in the back. Both these jammers held by some really solid blocking. And nobody gets out. There has been a panty pass. Nobody gets out as the lead, well, as a jammer. He is not lead jammer because there has been a panty pass, and Filthy Whaka takes the jam off, panty off Ryan. So there has been two panty passes, but still no lead blocker as the jam timer runs out. Uh, 173 Northern Gents, 81 No City Skaters. 8 minutes to go. This is the West Coast Bombers all-day derby. West Coast Bombers here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Bottom of the North Island in the beautiful city of Whanganui. As it's just a mass of bodies, it's hard to tell who's who. McBain has got out for No City Skaters. He is coming into the jammer lineup. As it's just a huddle, looks like a scrum, but there has been a panty pass, and Razzmatazz takes over as the jammer for Simba Rogers for Northern Gents, but that gets called. 177 to 85. And the officials have called a timeout. Simba takes a seat in the bin as a jammer, I believe. So it is a power jam start for No City Skaters. The official timeout. Oh, I think they're just going to double check that. Oh, no, actually, it does look like there has been an official review. So we will have a review and check that. You're here in New Zealand. Aotearoa, we have the Northern gentlemen against the No City Skaters, male derby teams. Neither team has an official, they're both regional men's teams. And we are super happy to be able to play derby again. Super happy to be here, super happy to have an audience. Super happy to be able to hit each other. My name is Adrenaline Rush. I am here by default because no one else wants to do this. And there is no other reason. And so Rated Edge is just saying, if only we had two mics, she'd help me out, if only. But she seems awfully happy just hanging out in the penalty box timing. Okay, we have Aotearoa, who are derby skate gear. Spend your money on this beautiful shiny stuff, which is very nice. And come down and see us, come see us and join our cadets, because roller derby is fun. We like it a lot. We are a great bunch of misfits, and we get to hit each other and hug each other in equal measures, and it is equally as satisfying. Join up. We have a cadets team on Sunday. We have the cadets playing Sunday at 4. If this looks like a bit of something that you might be interested in, don't delay, just get into it. It is fantastic, and it is fantastic to be able to be here again after the lockdown took us away from each other, which was dreadful, but now we are back and we are better than ever and grateful for what we have, because we can again hit each other and hug each other and enjoy roller derby for the joy that it is. As the officials are 30 seconds back on, they have clarified the point of order that they were doing. And power start. No City Skate. And Kamikaze. Held at the back. As this is a power jam to No City Skaters, No City will want to take advantage of it, get Kamikaze out, get her lead jammer as Simba Rogers heads back on at a rapid rate of knots. Comes through on the inside and the out, ship stirring, Crazy Crab just holding him at bay. But now goes ship stirring, Simba Rogers for the Northern Gents takes the lead jammer. After a power jam start, that is exceptional work from Simba Rogers. Kamikaze's chasing him. But very, very, very good work by those Northern gentlemen. That was teamwork indeed. Held Kamikaze at the back. Oh, 183 to 85. Northern Gents do have the grip on this one. 98 points in it. 5 minutes to go. As they hit the back, Albert for No City Skaters, Ryan for the Northern Gentlemen, both fairly new jammers. So they will be held very, very closely by these experienced blocking teams. Albert gets past but then does fall over. And Ryan gets recycled back. As both jammers just working their way. X-Ray recycling back Albert. Ryan recycling back. Albert recycling back. Well, 1 minute down on the jam clock. And Ryan sees the gap, but nearly so close. He has been assigned lead jammer and gets going. Northern Gents are happy about that. Well done, Ryan. And Ryan has the lead jammer for 35 more seconds. He pops back, recycles. Albert gets to go. Filthy Waka is well out of play. Yeah. And Ryan calls the jam. Northern Gentlemen happy on their feet. Yes, 2 points. As Filthy Waka takes the seat for the Northern Gentlemen. Oh, nobody just slipped through. Nobody saw him. And he has lead jammer for No City Skaters. Simba Rogers is being held back by that Ship Stirrer and Crazy Crabs team with McBain at the back. That is a solid blocking wall. Simba finds a spot but is kicked back and Menace brings him back. As nobody skates through, gets an extra 4. Yes. And nobody hits the back of the pack. They're a very spread out pack. And spins and turns, gets it out, but can get straight back in. Simba Rogers gets out. As Hound seems to have an issue with her skates. As Hound has broken an axle from the looks. So Northern Gentlemen 1 down. As timeout called, I believe, by Northern gentlemen so that they can get Hound back up and running with their skate. Sweet. Hound is back up and running. So that was a very handy timeout. Hound was able to get her skate fixed and back on the track. And No City Skaters have 96, Northern Gents 185. Missy Tito for the No City Skaters finds a gap on the inside. Lead jammer for No City Skaters. Razzmatazz comes through for the Northern Gents, but Missy Tito, hey, calls it from the floor. Nice move. Comes in, a little bit too hot, ends up on the ground. Nobody hit her. Says that's enough. We'll call that. As Razzmatazz was heading straight in. Hi, Marco is a new jammer. Marco's new jammer is recycling back as Kamikaze. But Marco has been assigned a cut penalty, but has not realised that he's got assigned a cut penalty. Does now, so he heads to the bin for the first time. As Kamikaze goes to make the most of it for No City Skaters. Has got lead jammer assigned as Nerdy also returns to the bin. With a sheepish little grin as she passes her bench. Kamikaze hits the 100 for No City Skaters. 100 for No City Skaters. They're in the full 3 digits. And Kamikaze again starts putting on the scores. 8 points so far as Marco heads back in. And Nerdy heads back in. As Menace heads back to the bin. But Marco gets around, gets out of the pack and comes around for a scoring pass. As Crazy Crab gets allocated a cut and Marco gets 4 points on the board. Crazy Crab goes to the bin. And 2 more points. And No City Skaters, 12 points, good round for them. Oh, 189 to 112. That's the unofficial score. Northern Gents are ready to do the finish. They're happy with that. We'll just stop there. Ladies and gentlemen, please come down. Wish your team well. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Thank you to New Zealand Roller Derby Streaming NZ. Thank you to Aotea Roller. Please come down and wish your team, give your team a clap. It has been a pleasure to bring you some derby here today. It is a pleasure to have you here. We are leaving the track. Do not rip up the track. We're leaving it. Yes. Thank you very, very much, everybody. I'm Adrenaline Rush and I'm signing off. Have yourself a fantastic year of derby.